I get asked a lot, what do I do for the brakes on these cars? And you guys always ask me, what do I do with this big ABS unit with all these lines coming to it? Now, not every Camry has these. The newer ones, 2000, 2001, and the Soleras and some of the Lexuses and Avalons have it. It's a big ABS unit that actually sits right up there. So, I've been asked this a lot recently. What brakes do I do? Well, all this other stuff. Here's what I do. I unplug the electrical from it, and that's about it. And then I leave all these lines. I leave every line except for those two right there. What I do is I cut those off. I weld them over. Those are just crimped temporarily. Once they're welded over, I put them back in, and that's it. Don't have to worry about bleeding them. The odd time if I run it right out of fluid, I will have to bleed them, and I just loosen them, let the air out, put them back in. So that's what I'm going to do right now. Is I'm basically going to show you guys what I do to these to get rid of the rear brakes. So I've already got rid of all the fuel lines to the back, and these two brake lines here go to the back as well. So what we're going to do is I'm just going to show you what I do. It's pretty simple. So pretty much what I do is I just take it, bend it so it's way up high so I don't lose a whole lot of fluid, and I cut it so I can get the closed end of the ratchet on there. And I just remove it, just like that. Now some fluid's going to come out, so usually I like to have a spare one when I do this so that I can put the spare one in as soon as I take it out, but I don't have that today. There, just like that. Now the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take my mini grinder and cut this off flush, and then I'm going to weld that. And I'll be right back with that done to show you guys what it looks like. It's going to be hot. So just like that, I did a quick weld job to it with my welder. It's always a little hard to get it perfect because mostly brake fluid's flammable. You can see that it's dripping, which means that air is not going back in the system, and that's what we want. I'm just going to thread this in now, just like that. And I'm just going to tighten her down. Now I can never get the open end back on that many times after doing this. This is the easiest to do when the engine's out. But you know what, it is very possible to do when the engine's in. So now we're just going to do the exact same to the other one. Lift her up so she's high. Cut it off. Now the reason why I lift it high is because it puts it at the same height as the brake master so the fluid doesn't want to run out while I'm doing this. So now we're going to go do the exact same to this one. Just weld it over. If you guys don't have a welder, you don't have to weld them. Cut them here, crimp them over a couple times, reinstall them. But I have a welder, and I find that this works pretty good. I don't find that these ever leak for me. And now we're going to do the top one and put this one right back in. So just like that, we got both rear brake lines capped off and reinstalled. It took us less time because obviously the motor is not in, so we're easily able to access it. But realistically, if we made it do this on a car that has a motor in, it's probably about 20 minutes, 25 minutes tops. It's a pretty easy thing, and I find that it works every time. It gets rid of all the brake lines to the back and basically keeps everything you need right up here in the front. Even if it does not have the ABS unit, it will have that unit right there. And all you do is those two that come out the top, go to the back of the car, and you weld those off or cap them over. So thanks for watching, guys, and that's how I do all my rear brakes and brakes on these cars. You can get rid of this if you want, and then right from that, go straight from the front one to the passenger side, and then the other one to the driver's side. Basically right from master to the two front tires, but here we don't need to do that. It's a lot of messing around that we don't really need to do, so I'm not going to do it because I don't need to do it. But this is what I do to pretty much every car I run because I don't run rear brakes. So thanks for watching, guys, and we'll see you back here again soon.